For more than a year, 13 colonies stood in rebellion to their government, an ocean away. The Americans in revolt were rebels. The Declaration of Independence made them revolutionaries. 13 colonies were now a union of states.
Every few years, America faces a significant problem, known as a government shutdown. When Congress cannot agree on a federal budget, government agencies are forced to shut down. Essential workers, such as air traffic controllers and health workers, continue to work without pay, while millions experience stress and disruption. In recent years, shutdowns have become longer and more frequent, lasting weeks instead of days due to the growing divide between the two major parties. The effects not only impact those directly involved with the government, but the shutdown also impacts families and businesses. Even our nation's sense of stability and security can take a hit. We took the liberty upon ourselves to interview a senior health analyst working for the United States about the government shutdown. We asked her about how the impacts of the government shutdown are personally impacting her and her family. We asked her about challenges she faced while furloughed and how the uncertainty of her job impacted her daily life. Her main point of concern was the toll on her mental health, along with financial stability. She mentioned that not knowing when she would get her next paycheck, along with uncertainty over keeping her job, led to a decline in mental health. She said that while her family had savings built up to cover them, coworkers of hers had just graduated from college. They were living paycheck to paycheck, leaving them in a terrible financial situation when working without receiving any form of payment. So, why does this actually matter? Let's take a closer look at one of our most important founding documents, the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence is not only a founding document of our nation, but also a document that outlines the values of our country. It states that governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. It also connects to the social contract concept, where we relinquish some rights to the government in exchange for its protection of our rights, meaning our government exists with our permission, but only if it safeguards our right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. During a government shutdown, these promises are violated. Essential services like air traffic control, safety, and support for vulnerable families can be delayed or even halted. Federal employees go without paychecks, making it hard to support their families. Citizens who rely on government programs for security and stability often face stress and financial difficulties during the shutdown. When the government fails to function properly, it is no longer upholding its part of the social contract. The Declaration warns that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. Today, we often create change through voting and protests. Change is necessary because a government that cannot ensure its people's basic welfare is failing in its primary duty. A shutdown is not only a hassle for people, but it also shows a breakdown in trust and connection between citizens and their government. People feel unheard. This loss of trust is part of what led to the writing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of our nation. The Declaration also states that if a government becomes destructive of these ends, the people have the right to change or abolish it. Today, this doesn't mean we will start a revolution against our government, but it does mean that we have the power and the right to demand better. As we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, Let's remember that the Declaration of Independence is not meant to be left in the past, since it's as important now as it was back then. It reminds us that the government is obligated to serve us and protect our rights. When it fails to do so, we have the right and the duty to enact change.